What's going on, my people? I'm Champion Yogi, and I'm here to bring you a gentle flow today. We have a nice, gentle and chill flow. Just a quick 20-minute flow to get you through, stretch you out, help you relax, at least a little bit of tension, unwind, let go of a few things for the body. We're going to work a lot into child's pose today. So get yourself in a space where you're down onto your mat. Allow yourself to be in a soft and gentle space. Like I said, we're going to be in a lot of child's pose. So if you can use a few knee pads, a towel, a blanket, anything to make your space softer for you. That's a tough one to say. Your space softer for you will be very supportive today. Again, it's going to be a very gentle, relaxed practice. Let's get started. You come on down to your mat, and then we're going to find our child's pose to get started. Now, for your child's pose, you're going to separate your knees about as wide as your mat. You want to bring your big toes together behind you. You can separate your knees a little wider than your mat if you're like on a blanket or just on the floor and you don't have those boundaries and things like that. So you can go even wider to that if that feels good for you. But you just want to give yourself space for your body to be able to melt down between your thighs. After that, start walking the hands out. Bring the forearms down. And then we're just starting to sink into this and take a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Try to let yourself melt down between the thighs. As you begin to melt down, maybe you may find that this is your limit. A good idea sometimes is to grab a block, sit it right underneath those hips, and allow it to support you. It can be up high, it can be up a little lower, like this, and allow that block to support you. Also, you can have another block under your forehead and allow that to help you from going down any deeper. And just be right here in a comfortable space. So a few ways to use your block if you would like to. If not, just continue to melt down right in that child's pose. We're going to take a few breaths here. So deep inhale, and then blow all the way out, exhale. You should be able to feel your belly expand and connect into your thighs. Feel that flow. Exhale and relax. And allow yourself to continue to melt down a little deeper every time you exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come up to a cat cow. So let's inhale and shift forward. We're going to find a tabletop. We'll bring the knees a little closer so they're about as wide as the hands. The hands will be under the shoulders. And then let the hands be as wide as the shoulders as well. Your feet are also untucked and they're as wide as the shoulders. If you like to have them tucked, you can, but to release and relax, maybe untuck those toes. Make sure you shift it forward nice and tight, and then take a deep inhale. Let your gaze rise up and let your belly sink down. Roll those elbows together as you press. Exhale, roll your hips back, belly button comes up to your spine, chin rolls into your chest, blow all the air out. Inhale, gaze up, belly down, rotate the hips forward. Exhale, rotate those hips back, chin into the chest. Inhale. Good, flow through, pressing into the palms. Exhale. Bring it all the way back. One more inhale. Let it rise up and exhale. Sink back into that child's pose. Bring the toes back together, the knees back wide. Sink back into the hips. Melt down into your child's pose. All right, so this child's pose, we're going to take some side body stretches right here. So nice and relaxed and letting the body come down. Take your left hand and reach over to the left side. Maybe you can shift your body over towards your left knee to find that length. And then take your right hand, slide it over a little closer towards that left hand. If you can stack it on top of the left hand, feel free to do that. If just bringing it closer is a good enough range for you, then be right there. Whatever allows you to feel this long right side body stretch all the way up and stay sinking into that child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Remember, try not to let your right side body rotate up. If it is rotating up, come out of the stretch just a little bit. Exhale and relax. Inhale. Exhale and relax. We're going to take it over to the right side. So the right hand leads by going all the way over to the right. The left hand follows. And then bring the side body a little closer to the right knee as well. Melt everything down. Deep inhale. Exhale and rest. Inhale. Exhale and melt. Good. Bring it back to the center and then rise back up to the tabletop. Inhale. Shift forward, bringing the knees closer together, taking the toes a little bit wider, and the hands come back underneath the shoulders. Right here, we're going to take some side body stretches again. So just look over your right shoulder and lengthen out your left side body and try to look towards your toes in the back. Good. Shift back around towards the front on an inhale, and then exhale, look over the left shoulder for the left toes. Inhale back to the front, over the shoulder for the right toes. Inhale back to the front, exhale over the shoulder. One more time, coming back, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. Inhale to come back to the top, separate the knees, bring the toes together, and sink back into that child's pose. Allow the hips to come back down into the heels, the body to lengthen out and melt a little deeper into this child's pose. Let's extend our child's pose this time. We're going to slide the hands out as far as we can get them to go while keeping the hips sinking into the heels, letting the body melt down. We're going to take some spider fingers right here. So I want you to bring the tips of your fingers to the mat, all your tips, and lift your palm off the mat. So just the tips of your fingers are touching the mat. Allow your head to continue to melt down through those arms and sink into this child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's melt it back down. Shift back forward. Inhale. Come up to that child's tabletop. Bring the knees back under the hips, toes back wide, hands under the shoulders. And now we're going to thread the needle. We'll start with the right side. Inhale, reach the right hand up nice and high. Take a nice twist. Exhale, take the right hand, reach under the body and slide the right shoulder down towards the mat. Your right ear will also come down towards the mat and have this comfortable space. You can let your hips sink back into your heels if you like, or keeping them over will help with the twist, getting a little deeper under your body. Your left hand can go over the top of your head, and that can help you twist a little deeper, or it can come over your lower back and allow you to twist. But as long as you're trying to pull that left shoulder up, you're finding that twist. Let's bring the left hand back down in front of your face. Inhale, reach the right hand all the way back up to the ceiling. Nice and long, and then exhale, lower the hand down. Find that tabletop space. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, and then let's do the other side. Inhale, reach the left hand all the way up. Good, and then exhale, twist underneath. The left hand comes out the right side. Lower the shoulder down, have that twist, and breathe right here. Again, right hand can come over the head, which is my preference, or over the lower back and help you get into the twist. If you bring it over the lower back, grab the inside of the thigh. So if it's the right hand going over the back, grab the inside of your left thigh if you can and help give yourself a deeper twist. Bring your right hand back in front of your face. Inhale, left hand goes back up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower it back down. Very good. We're going to take it all the way back to that child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Sink the hips back into the heels and melt down into the space. Let's take some prayer hands this time. Bring your hands to prayer, palms together, elbows are down onto the mat. Take that prayer, lift it and pull it back behind the head and just hang out right here and let your hands rest towards your back. If it's on your hair like mine, you can either move your hair and bring it to your back if you want a little more, or just let it stay on your hair. That's also cool. Whichever one feels good is good. Keep melting down, and you're allowing these shoulders to open by pulling your head through towards your feet. Breathe for just 3. Inhale and exhale. 2 and 1. We're going to take it back forward to the tabletop, shift forward. This time in the tabletop, we're going to take a puppy pose with the hips stacked right over the knees. Start to walk the hands forward towards the top of the mat. Let the chest start to melt down. Rotate your hips forward so your belly is coming towards your thighs, and then look at your fingertips to allow yourself to melt. Again, this is a good place for a block to support your puppy and allow you to come down to just the block instead of the mat. If you like to take it a little deeper, go all the way deeper. And remember, you can always tuck a toe and lift the knee to extend to get a little bit more out of your puppy if you like, or just be right here. You can even bring the forehead down to be in this space instead of having the open heart there. 3, 2, and one. We're going to inhale, rise all the way back up, start to walk the hands back in, and then we're going to slide into our child's pose one more time. Just one last child's pose breath. Sit back into the hips, rest the forearms down, take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now we're going to shift forward to an up dog here. So let's bring the palms down at the top, shift forward and let the feet go back. Start to let the hips melt down towards the mat and let the shoulders roll up and back and down the body. Squeeze the elbows into the sides as you get into this space. Now maybe you want to start squeezing the thighs together a little bit more. That'll give you a little more sinking into your hips. Maybe you want to press into those toes and float the knees and get a whole lot full of expression out of your up dog. Maybe just a cobra is a good space for you right here. So if just cobra is a good space, this is still a very, very open back bend. So if you're appreciating that cobra a little more, have that cobra. Let's take it back to the child's pose really quickly. Sink back really quickly. And then we're going to go right into a low lunge position. So inhale, come back forward to the tabletop. Take the right foot, step it towards the top of the mat. Once the right foot steps towards the top of the mat, sink into the hips, and let's begin to find our low lunge. Maybe you bring the hands to the top of the knee. Maybe you keep the hands down and just use your core muscles to lift your body all the way up. It's your choice. It's your space. Press into the foot and find a little bit of lift and sink in. Good. Maybe your hands want to come to your hips and sink in here. You're still trying to bring the top of the head to the top of the body, and you're trying to stretch out this quad in the back, so allowing those hips to sink down towards your front heel. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Now, from here, we're going to go to a halfway split. So let's bring the hands down and then start to lengthen the front leg, taking the hips all the way back, nice and long. You want those hips to stack over the knee. Lift the toes in the front. Fold the body down. Breathe for 4. Allow the belly to melt over. Keep your spine nice and long. 2. And then 1. We're going to take a lizard right here. So shift back forward, bringing the knee back over the ankle. Good. Maybe rotate the front toes out just a little bit. Right hand comes inside of that right foot to find our lizard. Take your hands out a little bit longer. Here's another good space for a block if you would like to bring one into your practice. Let your forearms melt down. Now, if you like a little bit more lizard here, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. If you like a little bit less, keep that back knee down. Lift your block up a little bit higher. But allow yourself to melt down to the floor in any comfortable space you like. Breathe for 3, 2, and now calf extensions. Bring the palms down and lift the chest up. You're going to take that right foot all the way to the back of the mat and tuck it under. Hands come underneath the shoulders. And then we just sink the hips back, pressing that back heel away from you. Inhale, bring it back forward. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it back forward. Inhale, take it back. And then bring it back forward. Let's do some hip circles. Take the right leg, lift it up, and then bring it out to the side. Roll it under your body and extend back out. Inhale. Roll it out to the side. Exhale as it comes under you. Inhale. As you extend, exhale. Inhale, extend. And let's take it the opposite direction to make sure we get a little bit of balance. Roll it under, in and out. Roll it under, in and out. One more time under, in and out. And then let's take it to a pigeon. Bring that right knee all the way to the front of the mat. Once you have that, take the right foot, slide it over to the left side of the mat, and start to sink down into your pigeon. Here's another good block space right underneath that hip, supporting you and bringing your forearms down to sink into this pigeon. You can take it a little deeper by taking this front right foot and pulling it towards the top of the mat and find a deeper pigeon for that. Or you can keep it into your lap and support your pigeon. Also, bending this back knee can make your pigeon a little bit more gentle. The straighter it goes, the more intense the stretch is. So have as much as you feel comfortable with. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to bring the palms back down. Lift the hips back up. Tuck the back toe to press yourself forward. You'll notice you release from your block. You can take that out. And then the right leg goes all the way back, child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, sink back into the hip. Breathe for 3, 2, and same practice on the other side. Come back to the tabletop on an inhale. Left foot is going to step to the top of the mat. Once you find that low lunge space, sink into these hips. Press into that front foot, lift the chest up. Hands come to the hips, the heart, or even over the head if you like. But we just need the hips right now. We're just doing a nice gentle stretch for the body. Sink in, pull the body back, lengthen out that back leg, find that stretch, breathe for 3, 2, half split. Bring the hands down. Remember, you can use your blocks right here if you like to bring your hands down here, and then take your halfway split. Lengthen the front leg long, lift the toes and the top. Fold the body down over this front thigh and just fold till you feel that stretch happening. Right here's a good space. If you can bring it all the way down, bring it all the way down. But remember, lead with your belly, then touch the chest after the belly touches, then touch the face after the chest touches. Hold for 3, 2. We're going to that lizard. So we're going to shift forward. Option for those blocks right here if you want to bring them in. Forearms down to the blocks inside of that front leg. Keep sinking those hips in. Remember, maybe you're on the blocks, but you still want a little more back here. You can always adjust and be the way. You don't have to just do one way or the other. Mix it up, take those options and let them work for you. Breathe for 3, 2, calf extensions. We're going to get rid of those blocks. Take that hands down and the left foot goes all the way back. Tuck the left foot under and sink back into the heels. Good. Shift the hips back, sink back into that left heel. Inhale, take it back forward. Exhale, sink back. Inhale, take it back forward. Exhale, sink back. Inhale, take it back forward. Exhale, sink. And let's take those hip circles, rolling it around, going out wide and underneath you. Take as many hip circles as you feel like you need. Go as fast or as slow as you like. And then feel free to reverse it and get the opposite side. And then come to that pigeon. Left knee slides all the way to the top. Left foot over. Slide the right leg back. Forearms melt down and take your pigeon. Now remember, this pigeon space is your space. If you want to turn it into a mermaid, a quad stretch, or anything like that, reaching back for that foot. Feel free to do that. But we are just in a nice, gentle recovery, relaxed space. So let's just breathe into this. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to extend out the full body. So take that left leg all the way back, lower the body down, and we're just going to extend out nice and long, bringing the forehead down. Now, if you want to rest on one ear, you can start on the left ear right here. But if you want to stay on your forehead, stay on your forehead and just let your body lengthen out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you want to switch to your opposite ear right here, feel free to do that. If you want to stay on your forehead, stay here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to take a half frog. So slide the right knee up the right side of the body and press the right hip back down into the mat. Slide the right foot away from you a little bit and flex the toe, pulling it up towards the ceiling. Towards your face. You can take your right hand out to the right and your left hand out to the left if you like, and lay on your left ear. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring the right hand under the right shoulder and then take a scorpion twist. Press into the right hand and let the right side body start to rise up. Right foot rolls over to the left side and comes down, and find that twist over the left shoulder. You can press into this right hand, have a little bit more stretch. Lower yourself back close to this right hand, have a little bit less shoulder stretch. Breathe for just 5, 4, 3, 2. Same thing, opposite side. Roll back to your belly, nice and flat. Right hand slides back out to the right. Good. Left hand comes right. No, keep it out nice and long. Left knee, for your half frog, starts to slide up the body. Remember, you want to extend that left foot out, flex the left toes, and have this nice stretch. Press the left knee away from you to sink into those hips. Lengthen out nice and long and breathe for just 4. Inhale and exhale for 3. Allow your muscles to melt for 2. And 1. We're coming to that twist. Left hand comes under the left shoulder. Right hand extends out long. Left side of the body rolls up and steps down. over the right, having that good twist. If you like a little extra twist, feel free to bring the opposite knee up and have a little deeper twist, or just keep it out nice and long as your space right here. Breathe and press with the left hand for more. Lay back closer to the left hand for less. Hang out for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll back down to the belly. Bring both hands under the shoulders. Press into the palms. Take it back to one more child's pose. Knees wide. Hips back into the heels. Rest down and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, shift forward to the tabletop. Roll over and let's reset really quickly. Breathe and relax. Allow the legs to lengthen out. Allow the shoulders to relax. Rest the hands down on your belly, out by your side or over your head, wherever you're more comfortable. I like to suggest the hands lay over the belly because it really brings a deep awareness to the breath and allow you to feel and have that connection to your body as you take deep inhales and then exhales. Keep the awareness on your breath and just breathe here, relax. Every exhale, try to find more muscles that you're still engaging and let them just relax. Breathe. Let's begin inviting the energy back into the body. Start moving the hands and the feet. Invite the energy into the legs and the arms. Inhale from the hips through the body and the chest over the shoulders. Exhale down the spine towards the hips. Allow the energy to rise from the shoulders through the head. Let it reach the top of your crown. When you're ready, roll over to your side, your right side. And then allow yourself to rise all the way up to your crisscross easy pose. Take a few seconds to rise up. Enjoy your journey for your space. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's have one last wellness check. Lift the shoulders nice and high. Bring the hands to heart center. Take your chin over your right shoulder. Deep inhale through your nose. Loudly out the mouth. Slowly over the left shoulder. Inhale through the nose. Loudly out the mouth. Come all the way back to the center. Thank you for sharing your journey with me today. I leave you with light, love, and peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the flow. Feel free to come back and use this flow over and over and over again and enjoy your space. If you're enjoying it with me, you can join me live on Fridays for a nice restorative flow on Zoom. Reach out to me. You can book your space through my website, championyogi.squarespace.com. Or you can just reach out to me on Instagram, TikTok, and any of those spaces. Let's talk about it. I want you in class. I want to book you. Let's work together privately if you're interested in that. Come find me any of those spaces. I'll be here for you. Thanks so much. Have a good day.